Hello everyone, it's DiegoDoom here. Today I'm bringing you another review. Today I'll be reviewing Super Robot Chogokin Mazinkaiser SKL Final Count version. This version of Mazinkaiser SKL comes from episode 3 of the 2011 OVA Mazinkaiser SKL. After suffering a critical injury and defeating Garen, Kaido and Megami now must face off against Kiba, who is now piloting the almighty Iron Kaiser. As their battle went on, Kaido and Megami realized they were outmatched by the Iron Kaiser. Just as Mazinkaiser SKL was about to be defeated, Yuki, piloting Wingle, initiates the Wing Cross. The wings on Wingle's head detach and attach to Mazinkaiser SKL's back, releasing SKL's full potential. Now, with Mazinkaiser SKL fully powered up, Kaido and Megami must stop Iron Kaiser and prevent the unstable gravity curtain from destroying the world. Be sure to check out the 2011 OVA Mazinkaiser SKL. It is absolutely fantastic. Super Robot Chogokin Mazinkaiser SKL Final Count version is another fantastic release in the Super Robot Chogokin line. Mazinkaiser SKL has a fantastic sculpt, fantastic paint applications, fantastic accessories, and a fantastic range of articulation. First, let's take a look at Mazinkaiser SKL himself. Mazinkaiser SKL has a fantastic range of articulation. First, let's start with the head. We can look up, down, left, right. The shoulders have a great range of rotation. If we spin around to the back, you can see we can pull the shoulder joint all the way out, giving Mazinkaiser SKL the ability to reach all the way across his chest. The shoulders can rotate a full 360 degrees. The arms could come up 90 degrees. We have very nice double jointed elbows. The elbows can also swivel. The fists are on ball joints, so we can tilt spin these freely. In the upper chest, the breast trigger handles are articulated, so we can flip these up so they do not hinder the arm movement. In the upper chest, we can lean forward, backward, twist side to side, and lean side to side. Also, we can pull up on the upper chest, increasing the range of motion. So now we can lean further forward, further backward, twist side to side, and lean side to side even more. The legs can kick forward this much, backwards this much, and come out to the side this much. We have a thigh swivel. We have very nice, soft ratcheting, single jointed knees. The feet can tilt and swivel, but also we can pull down on the ankle joint and increase the range of motion in the feet. When it comes to Sculpt and Paint apps, Mazinkaiser SKL Final Count version is absolutely fantastic. Starting from the top, we have the Sculpt Piloter. The Sculpt Piloter has a very nicely detailed sculpt with a bone color paint app. Mazinkaiser SKL's horns are very nice and sharp with a metallic gold paint app. In the center of the head, we have a very nice red accent. This time around, the eyes are very different from the original release. The right eye has been slashed out. This slash comes all the way down to SKL's grill. The left eye has a very nice metallic gold paint app, representing that SKL is fully powered up. Moving down to the chest, we have the breast triggers. The skull in the center of the chest has a nice metallic gold paint app. Behind the breast triggers, the chest has some nice gold accents. The rest of the chest and arms have a nice glossy bluish-black paint app. At the top of the shoulders, we have the very sharp dark gunmetal shoulder spikes. The turbine spikes in the forearms have a nice red paint app. The rest of Mazinkaiser SKL's body has a very nicely detailed robotic sculpt with glossy bluish-black, dark gunmetal, and metallic gold paint apps. As a whole, Mazinkaiser SKL Final Count version turned out to be fantastic. Now, I admit I was not too fond of having to buy an entirely new figure just to get the wing cross for SKL. Now that I have the figure in hand, I'm more than happy to have this figure. The new head sculpt is fantastic and the new paint apps are very cool. Also, now I can display Mazinkaiser SKL in both of his states instead of having to choose only one if the new parts were released as an effect pack. Now, let's take a look at Mazinkaiser SKL's accessories. Mazinkaiser SKL Final Count version comes with 2 pairs of hands, 2 breast trigger barrels, 1 Ganzanto sword, 1 sword clip, 1 wing cross, and 1 accessory stand piece. First, let's check out the hands. Mazinkaiser SKL comes with a pair of open hands and a pair of holding hands. Both pairs of hands have a fantastic robotic sculpt with glossy bluish black and gold paint apps. The hands attach via the ball joint peg system. When removing the hands, hold close to the wrist joint so the pressure is on the hand and not the joint itself. Once you remove the fists, attach the desired pair of hands to match your favorite dynamic pose. Next, we have the pair of breast trigger barrels. These barrels are used to complete the breast triggers, so first, let's set up the breast triggers. Remove the skull from the center of the chest. Removing the skull from the center of the chest can be a little bit tough at first, so definitely be careful. Once you remove the skull from the chest, remove the breast trigger handles and separate them from the combined barrel they're pegged into. Now, insert the handles into the barrels and that's it. The breast triggers have a fantastic sharp sculpt with vibrant red and black paint apps for the handles. The barrels have a very nice sharp metallic silver blade at the base and a nice gunmetal barrel on top. The breast triggers can be a little bit difficult to place into the holding hands, but once they're in, they're held very firmly. Now, Mazinkaiser Skull can gun down his foes. Next, we have the Anto sword. The Anto sword has a fantastic sharp sculpt with metallic gold spikes and a metallic silver blade. The handle is very nicely detailed with a copper paint app. The handle can also extend to different lengths. This Anto sword is darker than our original Anto sword. The Anto sword is held very firmly by the holding hands. Now, with the Anto sword in hand, Mazinkaiser Skull can cut down his foes. Next, we have the sword clip. The sword clip attaches via the universal crossover joint in Skull's upper back. Once the clip is in, we can attach the Anto sword to Mazinkaiser Skull's back. One thing I must warn about, I find it is very difficult to remove the sword clip once it is in the back. Be extra careful when removing the sword clip, otherwise you could break it. Now, with the sword clip in place, we can finally attach Mazinkaiser Skull's sword to his back, just like the first Super Robot Chogokin release. Next, we have the wing cross. The wing cross has a fantastic sharp bat-like sculpt with glossy bluish black and red paint apps. The wing cross is fully articulated. The wings can spread all the way out or they can fold up nice and tight so Skull is not a shelf hog. The wing cross attaches via the universal crossover joint in Skull's upper back. Now with the wing cross attached, Mazinkaiser Skull is fully powered up and can now take to the skies. Finally, we have the accessory stand piece. To attach, peg the accessory stand piece into the slot located in the lower waist and that's it. Now, we can put Skull into seamless jumping and flying poses. Now that we have the accessories out of the way, let's compare Mazinkaiser Skull Final Count version to a renewal Mazinkaiser Skull figure and then do some size comparisons. To conclude the review, Super Robot Chogokin Mazinkaiser Skull Final Count version is another fantastic release in the Super Robot Chogokin line. Mazinkaiser Skull has a fantastic sculpt, fantastic paint applications, fantastic accessories, and a fantastic range of articulation. This figure is definitely very nice, very neat, and very cool. I absolutely recommend picking this figure up. Be sure to check out the 2011 OVA Mazinkaiser Skull. It is absolutely fantastic. This has been another review by DiegoDoom. Thank you very much for watching, and please stay tuned for more figure reviews. Check out the Facebook fan page, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, and add me on Gemr. Like, comment, and subscribe.